Good day. I'm Charles Palmeras from BSMT2-YB-6. Today, I'm going to discuss IMSBC Code as amended in maintained and its bar aspect of maritime safety according to Part AMB of SOLA 74, Chapter 6 and 7. International Maritime Solid Bar Cargoes Code and amendment to SOLA's Chapter 6 to make the IMBC Code mandatory were adopted by the Maritime Safety Committee 85th session in 2008 and are set to enter into force on 1st January 2011. The IMSBC Code will replace the Code of Safe Practice for Solid Bulk Cargoes, which was the first adopted as a recommendatory code in 1965 and has been updated at regular intervals since then. Use of the BC Code should be discontinued from 1st January 2011. The aim of the mandatory IMSBC Code is to facilitate the safe stowage and shipment of the solid bulk cargoes. Its aim is to bring the attention of those concerned an internationally accepted method dealing with the hazard to safety which may be encountered when carrying cargo in bulk. The IMSBC Code highlights the danger associated with the shipment of certain types of bulk cargoes, give guidance on various procedures which should be adopted, list common products which are shipment in bulk, give advice on their properties and how they should be handled, and describe various test procedures which should be employed to determine the characteristic cargo properties. The International Convention for the Safety at Life at Sea, 1974, SOLAS Convention, as amended, deals with various aspects of maritime safety and contains in Chapter 6 the mandatory provision governing the carriage of solid bulk cargoes. These provisions are extended the International Maritime Solid Bulk Cargoes Code. The primary aim of the International Maritime Solid Bulk Cargoes Code, which replaced the Code of the Safe Practice for the Solid Bulk Cargoes, is to facilitate the safe stowage and shipment of solid bulk cargoes by providing information on the danger associated with the shipment of certain type of solid bulk cargoes and instruction on the procedure to be adopted when the shipment of solid bulk cargo is contemplated. The prime hazard associated with the shipment of solid bulk cargoes are those relating to structural damage due to improper cargo distribution, loss or reduction of stability during a voyage, and chemical reaction of cargoes. Therefore, the primary aim to the IMSBC Code is to facilitate the safe storage and shipment of solid bulk cargo by providing information on the danger associated with the shipment of certain types of solid bulk cargoes, instruction on the procedure to be adopted when the shipment of solid bulk cargoes is contemplated. Observance of the code harmonize the practices and procedure to be followed and the application to be taken in the loading, trimming, carriage, and discharge of solid bulk cargoes when they're transported by the sea, ensuring compliance with the mandatory provision of the SOLAS Convention. The IMSBC Code was adopted on 4th December 2008 by Resolution MSC.26885 and entered into force on 1st January 2011, from which date it was made mandatory under the provision of the SOLAS Convention. Since then, the code has been amended. It is worth noting that the IMSBC Code does not cover the carriage grain bulk. The specific requirements for the transport of grain are covered by the International Code for the Safe Carriage of Grain in Bulk. The Maritime Safety Committee is authorized by the IMO Assembly to adopt amendment to the code, thus enabling the IMO to respond promptly the development in the transport. The IMSBC Code categorizes cargoes into three groups: the Group A, Group B, and Group C. Group A Group A, cargoes which may liquefy if shipped at a moisture content exceeding the transportable moisture limit. Group B, cargoes which possesses a chemical hazard which could give rise to a dangerous situation on ship. Group C, cargoes which are neither liable to liquefy nor possess chemical hazard. Cargoes in this group can still be hazardous. You can find the group for a particular cargo in this schedule.